Alright, here it goes. Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that despite you perhaps not doing well due to Ben Chilwell's injury. That's right, our worst fears have come to pass, and Ben Chilwell will need surgery on his ACL injury in his knee that shan't see him return to the Chelsea team until next season. Chelsea are in 5 competitions: Premier League, League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, and the Club World Cup. Fortunately, we've already won the Super Cup. And certainly Marcos Alonso, who hasn't been impressive generally of late, we don't want him doing all 5 of those competitions in a largely congested schedule with, I don't know, maybe Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic or Saul covering there. It's not going to work. So it's settled. Chelsea need to do some business this January to cover for the left wing-back position. Maybe not even cover, maybe a long-term succession plan for Alonso, a left wing-back that's very good, that can push elite level Ben Chilwell to his maximum potential as well, and they can go at it for that space. Nothing wrong with that. Chelsea are an elite club that want to win loads of titles. So today I'm going to run through some potential suitors and talk about if they're likely to happen, if they could happen, and if they came, would it be good or not? So strap yourselves in, please do consider dropping a like on the video as it helps me out a lot, and you are of course all welcome to subscribe. Alright then, let's get into it. Let's start off with Theo Hernandez. Tey Hernandez is the French international left back slash left wing back who plays for AC Milan out in Serie A. The Italian club are currently in a title race and would be reluctant to sell their superb left back slash left wing back. Valued at over £43 million, so saith Transfermarkt, Theo Hernandez would be a huge investment and he would consider himself a first choice left back wherever he goes. He's got 2 years left on his current deal, or 2.5 years, so he probably would cost, 40 to 50 million pounds, and like I said, he would expect to be the first choice, and knowing someone like Ben Chilwell's coming back into the fray when he's better, maybe, I don't know, maybe he wouldn't be comfortable with the move. Of course, he's playing at a very, very high level. Theo Hernandez, he's alternating with Digne for the starting left-back spot in the France national team. Certainly, I think they both sort of split appearances in the last 6 games when I checked out their recent results. So whether he's realistic, I'm not so sure. Let's move on to the next candidate. Next up, we have Gosens, a specialist left wing back who's very attacking, 27 years old, and of course plays for Atalanta, also out in Serie A. Often starting for Germany, Gosens is a very offensive left wing back and actually could probably be quite similar to Marcos Alonso, if not maybe a bit better. 4 years younger than Marcos Alonso, Gosens has a much better engine and you can consider him more dynamic. Fact out, Atalanta like to attack loads, kind of makes you think Gosens would be a very good option, and maybe he'd be happy being that kind of Marcos Alonso level player, just second place, but will get a lot of game times, and especially if you consider the wage bill of Atalanta, it's so small, even in Serie A compared to the top teams over there. The amount of money Chelsea would offer him would be very alluring for any role he could play. So it's actually quite a good option, Gosens. Let's move on to the next guy. Next up, Philipp Kostic. Kostic is the oldest of all the candidates at 29 years old, playing out in the Bundesliga for Eintracht Frankfurt. Kostic is a very, very impressive fullback slash wingback indeed. 9 league goal contributions already this season. Very versatile and can also play on both wings as well as left wingback, and only has 18 months left on his deal, which would probably make him quite affordable. Now, Kostic excites a lot of people because his creative stats over the last year or so are incredible. Loads and loads of key passes, stuff that you really like to see and you might want to see in the Chelsea team. If he's making that many creative passes, probably quite affordable, only 18 months left on his deal. Again, he's 29, so he's still 2 years younger than Alonso. Maybe Kostic is the perfect profile of player, lots of alliteration there, to bring in to be that sort of alternating player with Ben Chilwell. Probably can play out another couple of years of his prime in terms of still being a dynamic wingback, and ultimately give the long-term crown, still concede it to Ben Chilwell, because we can't forget about Ben Chilwell amongst all this. He is still the star boy. So maybe if Tuchel is interested, like Gosens, Kostic could be a viable option if Chelsea are willing to go for a player that's that old, that's, you know, pushing 30. Probably so far. I know loads of people would love Theo Hernandez, but in terms of what's a viable option and thinking about Chilwell still, so far, Gosens and Kostic are probably quite good options. Let's move on. Next up, Digne. We all know the situation with Digne. He's a 28-year-old French fullback that can play wingback, that's totally out of favour at Everton at the moment under Rafa Benitez, and it's seemingly they want to get rid of him. Though he's got 3.5 years left on his deal, you'd assume Digne would be affordable purely because they want to get rid of him. A very highly rated player. He's been one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League for a few years when he's been playing, so he's a Premier League proven player, which, remember, does mean things. Look at the likes of Ben Chilwell. This is the player the media and the headlines are calling out for. He's Premier League proven, he's out of favour at his club, something's fallen out with the manager. Maybe a 6 months loan with an option to buy would be the perfect solution for Chelsea Football Club. Digne plays a lot for the France national team alongside Tey Hernandez in rotation with him. When he's playing for his club, certainly he gets more game time for the national team. And really, if Chelsea can secure a 6 months loan for this player, this could be the perfect solution, purely because they'll find out what's going on with Ben Chilwell, Alonso, wait till the summer for, you know, maybe a purchase. And Everton, they get the wages off their books while, you know, he's not doing anything. The value will increase because he'll be playing for the champions of Europe, probably getting loads of game time, so his stock will raise. Really, that is the perfect solution, and that's what many Chelsea fans will be calling out for. Digne, in his prime, knows the league and can play very, very well. Of course, he's played more of a conventional left back than left wing back, but he's been quite attacking at times, and left wing back is just an attacking fullback in many ways. So that's a really, really good option. Let's talk about another couple of unlikely candidates that I want to talk about. First up, Yannick Carrasco. Yannick Carrasco is often played as a left winger for Atletico Madrid, but of course for his national team Belgium, he's played a lot as a left wing back. Despite being around for ages and going to China and back, Yannick Carrasco is still only 28 years old. He's got 2.5 years left on his deal at Atletico Madrid, and if he could be pried away, this is much like Tey Hernandez, I'm not sure you'd be able to pry him away in the middle of a season, he could be a really exciting option. Plus, he's got a great first name. Yannick. Let's just do one more for a little bit of fun. This one is highly unlikely. I'm going to reference Toby Hazard. He's been on the Chelsea books before, and like Yannick Carrasco, often for his club, he plays as a left winger, but for his national team, Belgium as well, he's played as a left wing back. Also 28, also got 2.5 years left on his deal. I wonder if sentimentality would come into this, but he can offer himself as a really attacking left wing back who can also put in a tackle. Whether he'll leave Dortmund, I'm not so sure. I don't think he always starts for Dortmund, so maybe there's a chance that, you know, not getting used that much, sign one more big deal at Chelsea as a rotational wing back. Look, it's far-fetched, it's highly unlikely, but I wanted to mention Carrasco and Hazard, not because they're Belgian, because I was thinking of them, thinking they'd be cool options, but really, in terms of feasibility, you're looking at Digne, you're looking at maybe Gosens if you can pry him away from Atalanta, possible, and then Kostic would also be a great example, or a great option is what I want to say. I'm a little bit ill, guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are on these potential players, so make sure you comment down below and let's start up a conversation about potentialities in January. One thing is for sure, we need to make one move, and it has to be a good player that can help us throughout all these competitions. So guys, thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. Drop a like on your way out, and see you soon. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double, silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.